From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
This is the hotel operator, Mr. Dollar. Were you cut off?
Tell her not to let any more calls in here. Go on.
I was cut off, but I'd rather get some sleep now. Anybody phones, just take a message.
All right, Mr. Dollar.
Over there. Sit down. Put your hands on your knees. Now, just so as you and I understand each other, you make one move. Wiggle a finger, I'll empty this gun right in your stomach. You understand me?
I understand you, Forbes. You're crazy.
Tonight, and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To Richard Porter, 480 Webster Boulevard, Providence, Rhode Island. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Shepard matter. I was pretty sick of it and with it when I had Paul Forbes visit me in my hotel room about 7 o'clock in the morning. He'd used a gun in front of me once before to crack my skull. I decided I'd try to avoid that again. So I sat down and I played good. It didn't seem to please him a bit.
You were out to my house about an hour ago, weren't you?
Yeah, I went out to talk to your wife.
Yeah, I saw you. I was across the street watching. I followed you here. Fixing up another deal, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about, Forbes.
I followed you here so we could have a little talk. And we're going to have it, you and I.
You ought to put that gun away and let them take you, Forbes.
Where do you live?
In Hartford, Connecticut.
I mean, where do you live in town here in Providence?
I don't. I live in Hartford.
Where do you practice?
Practice what?
Are you trying to get funny with me?
I don't practice anything here in Providence. I don't live here. I'm just here for a few days.
Doing what?
Working on an insurance matter.
Insurance matter? You're licensed to practice law in Rhode Island?
Oh, you've got something all wrong, Forbes. I don't practice law. I'm not a lawyer. I'm an insurance investigator. I tried to tell you that yesterday morning when you cracked me with that gun. I was called in by Dr. Shepard. He said you threatened his life.
You're lying to me. Shepard called me yesterday morning and said a lawyer named Dollar was on his way over to talk to me about giving Pauline a divorce. You're a lawyer!
I'm what I say I am. If you hadn't started swinging that gun butt around, I'd have told you why I was there yesterday.
You got a billfold or something?
My coat pocket inside on the back of that chair there. I think I know why Shepard called you and told you I was a lawyer. I think he wanted you to attack me and make me
Shut up! You and Shepard are trying to pull something to take my wife away from me. I know that much. And now you're trying to pull something to get out of this jam.
You're wrong, Forbes. I don't know anything about trying to take your wife away from you.
You know I didn't kill Shepard.
How do I know you didn't kill him? You threatened him. Half a dozen people have attested to that. I know you had a reason to kill him. I know every time I've seen you, you had a gun in your hands and you've been swinging it at somebody, particularly me.
You know who did it. You're in on it somewhere. You know who killed Shepard, and you're going to clear me. You're going to tell me, Dollar. I'm going to whip it out of you. You're going to crazy.
All right. Get on your feet. He sat in the chair just the way I propped him there. His eyes looked dull and lifeless, as though he were already dead. I couldn't think of anything brilliant to say or do, so I rummaged around my suitcase and pulled out a bottle. Then I found a pair of glasses in the bathroom and poured a couple of drinks. When I came on out, he hadn't moved from the chair. He looked crumpled, like a worn-out suit of clothes. He made no effort to look at me when I tucked the glass in his hand. Here, try this. Go on, drink it.
Why don't you call the police?
Now, you say you followed me here to have a talk and find out what's what. Now's the time to talk, pal. This thing isn't the best conversation piece in the world.
Leave me alone. Call him in.
You have something going for you here. This gun hasn't been fired. Do you have another one?
No, Dollar, I didn't kill Dr. Shepard. I wanted to more than anything in the world. But I didn't kill him.
Now, look, I want some facts. So let's start with last night. Where were you when Shepard was shot?
How do I know where I was? I don't even know what time he was shot.
All right, let's start with yesterday morning. You slugged me, ran out of the house, jumped in a car, and what happened? Go on, take it from there.
I drove over to Dr. Shepard's office. I was going to have it out with him. He was breaking up my home.
Well, go on. Did you see him?
No. I parked down the street from his office, and then I saw him jump in his car, and I followed him. He came back over here. I knew my wife must have called him to take care of you.
What happened then?
I went over to the park and sat and tried to figure things out. You don't know what I've been through this past year.
All right, go on.
Then I went to a bar. I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day. I got a couple of sandwiches, and then I had some drinks. I don't know how many. Anyhow, the more I drank, the more hopeless everything looked.
Did you call Shepard?
Yeah. I called him from the bar.
Any idea what time it was?
Must have been around 5 or 6. What difference does it all make? I'm cooked, and you know it.
Go on, will you? You called Shepard. Then what did you do?
I told him I wanted to talk to him about everything that had happened. I told him where to meet me.
You mean you wanted Dr. Shepard to come down and meet you so you could kill him?
Maybe I did have that in my mind. I don't know. On the phone, he sounded so calm and said we could talk it out and straighten it out like gentlemen.
Did you talk to him?
No. I didn't see him at all. I waited an hour and he never showed up. I called his office back and the answering service said everyone had gone out for the day and I didn't know what to do. I got back in my car and turned on the radio, and that's where I heard I was wanted for murder. Dollar, I didn't do it. I swear I didn't. I had reason enough, but I didn't. I knew all about the others, but this was serious.
Wait a minute. What others?
Pauline's always had other friends. Friends. I guess... I don't know. I don't guess I love her anymore. I don't know. I don't think she ever loved me. But I needed her. I needed her more than anything this last year or so. And at times I did love her the way it once was. And I found out what was going on between her and Shepard. She wanted a divorce. I wouldn't give her a divorce. If I had let her and Shepard get away with it, it would have been too much to take, to ask.
Oh, this doesn't make sense. Even though you didn't love her and she didn't love you, you wouldn't stand still for a divorce action? It sounds stupid.
I just told you. I needed her so much this last year or so. So much.
Still doesn't make any sense, Forbes. Why didn't you let her go?
She knew she didn't have to divorce me. She knew it wouldn't be too long.
What?
Shepard gave me a year. Another doctor in Baltimore, 18 months. Leukemia. Don't you see? She would have been free. They could have waited until I was dead at least. Just that, until I was dead. Couldn't they? Well, couldn't they?
Expense account item 10, $2, sleeping pills. I fed them to him along with a cup of hot chocolate. He looked pretty worn out, and within 15 minutes he was sound asleep in my bed. Item 11, $4.16, one long-distance phone call to a Baltimore clinic where I spoke with a Dr. Franz Mueller. Dr. Mueller confirmed what Forbes had said. Forbes was doomed with an incurable ailment. Item 12, 20 cents, another phone call, this one from the hotel lobby to the coroner's office. I learned that Shepard had been killed by 32 caliber slugs. Forbes' gun, a .32, had not been fired or hastily cleaned. His story was checking out. That left just one small item to be cleared up. Expense account item 13, $4. Taxi fare from my hotel back to the Oakdale home. Special rates for nurses.
Hello. I thought you'd be back to see me. Somehow I'm glad it's you, Mr. Dollar.
Go ahead.
It's an old story. Terribly old and corny. I applied for a job as Dr. Shepard's nurse 5 years ago, and I fell in love with him that very day. I've loved him every day from that time on. 5 years.
Go on.
I don't know when it was, when he started up with Mrs. Forbes. I knew she was trying to get a divorce. I knew Mr. Forbes wouldn't stand for it. Then one day, last week I guess it was, I heard Doctor talking to her on the phone. He said, there's a way to get rid of him. I knew he was talking about getting rid of Mr. Forbes.
Did they discuss the part about Shepard getting Forbes to threaten his life in front of witnesses so he could shoot him down when the time came?
No, I didn't know that until yesterday morning. So long ago, it seems. You came to see Doctor, and then you left. I overheard him on the phone again. He called up Mr. Forbes and said Mr. Dollar was coming over to talk about the divorce action.
And he knew Forbes would be upset enough to attack me.
Doctor was very good about anticipating what people would do in given situations. Even me. I was in the office when Mr. Forbes called last night. I saw Doctor put the gun in his coat. I knew he was going down to meet Mr. Forbes and shoot him, so I followed him. He was walking around in the dark looking for Mr. Forbes with a gun in his hand. I ran up to him and pleaded with him not to be crazy, that Mrs. Forbes wasn't worth it. Then he said he was going to kill me, too. We struggled. The gun went off. I don't know how many times.
I can help you, Corinne. You didn't mean to kill him. He meant to shoot you. When all these other details come out, the most they can charge you with is second-degree justifiable or manslaughter.
No, you're nice. But I can't get off.
Huh?
I guess the police haven't found her yet. I went over and killed Mrs. Forbes an hour ago.
Expense account item 14, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. The next time you have a doubtful insurance application, Mr. Porter, settle it yourself or call someone else. Don't call me. As far as I can add up, and I'm not going to recheck the figures, expense account total is $485. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's intriguing story.
Next week, the case of a lonely heart that found plenty of company in the nearest morgue. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were Gene Bates, Virginia Gregg, Russell Thorson, Parley Bear, Herb Ellis, Barney Phillips, and Lawrence Dobkin. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking. From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Tom Bates, Mr. Dollar.
Tom.
I'm acting county attorney since Dan Parker's death.
Oh, yes. I was looking for you earlier.
So Sheriff Peterson said. What was it you wanted to see me about?
Didn't Peterson tell you why I'm in town?
Yes, of course. You're an insurance investigator. You're here in connection with Parker's accident.
Accident, did you say?
I thought the sheriff straightened you out on that.
He tried his best.
Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you any
Mr.
more.
Bates, are you in your office at the moment?
Yes, I am.
Stay there, then. I'll be right over.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location Green Pass, Virginia, to the Home Office, Surety Mutual Insurance Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Cui Bono matter. Expense account continued. Item 4, 5 cents for a copy of the Green Pass Weekly Sentinel. I glanced through it as I walked across the square from the hotel of the courthouse. The big news, of course, was the tragic death of longtime county attorney Dan Parker. And 2 columns of the editorial page were devoted to eulogy and sympathy for the dead man's adopted daughter, Luann, who had mistaken her father for a prowler and shot him to death with his own gun. But neither the editorial nor the front page mentioned the fact that Luann, because of her mistake, stood to collect $100,000 worth of insurance.
Come in.
Are you Tom Bates?
That's right.
My name is Dollar. I just talked to you on the phone.
And I told you I had nothing to say.
Mind if I sit down?
Now, look here.
You look, Mr. Bates. I've been in the business of insurance investigation for quite a while. And I probably know the legal rules and responsibilities of your office about as well as you do.
Get out, Dollar.
Well, for 2 cents, that's exactly what I'd do. And if I did, you'd find yourself in a real tight spot.
What are you talking about?
The company would have a battery of high-powered legal eagles in town by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And they'd have a subpoena, a restraining order, an order to show cause so quick it'd make your eyes bug out. And that's where it would start to get embarrassing, Mr. Bates. When you tried to explain to the court why you were withholding evidence and refusing to cooperate.
What do you mean, refusing to cooperate? I haven't refused a thing.
It sounded that way to me.
I don't care how it sounded. Look, I know what you're up to. Peterson told me why you're here.
Oh?
You're out to muddy this thing up. You're trying to pin something on Miss Parker so you can get out of paying the insurance claim. And subpoena or no subpoena, you'll get no help from my office on a crooked deal like that.
Any reason for you to think something could be pinned on her, Mr. Bates?
Of course there's no reason. You saw the transcript of the coroner's inquiry, didn't you?
I did.
Well, did you find one single hint of suspicion anywhere in it?
No. Not much of anything else, for that matter. Are you always as gentle with your witnesses as you were with Miss Parker?
The girl was half out of her mind with grief, on the verge of a breakdown. We got the facts. What more do you want? Maybe we should have thrown her in jail, beat her up with a rubber hose, starved her till she thought of something to confess. Is that the way you'd have done it?
Oh, relax, Mr. Bates. You're not in a courtroom.
No, and by heaven, I'm not going to be. Not on this case. Because there's no reason.
How long have you been in love with the Parker girl?
Ever since I... What difference that make?
It might help to account for your attitude about this.
What is it you're thinking? That I'm helping her get away with something? Covering something up for her? Or that all of us are, maybe? Everybody at the inquest?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me too much, the way this whole town gets up on its high horse the minute you ask a simple question about the girl.
Well, what do you expect when you go around insinuating
Insinuating nothing, Mr. Bates. I haven't accused Miss Parker of a thing. I have no reason to. And regardless of what you think or Sheriff Peterson thinks, I didn't come here to frame her, to pin something on her. I want just one thing. The complete, detailed story of Dan Parker's death, and I'm going to get it one way or another.
Well, nobody's trying to prevent you.
I'm glad to hear it. Then how about some cooperation?
What do you want to know?
How long have you been Mr. Parker's assistant?
Almost 3 years.
And now you automatically become county attorney, is that it?
Yes, until the next general election.
Do you intend to run for the office at that time?
Possibly. I don't see
How did you and Parker get along?
Fine. Why?
Well, did he approve of your interest in his daughter?
Well, he certainly preferred me to, well, anybody else in the running.
Who else is in the running?
Nobody, actually.
Are you engaged to her?
Not officially. She doesn't think she's quite ready to settle down.
Uh-huh. But if she had been ready, you think Mr. Parker would have welcomed you as a son-in-law, huh?
I think so. I didn't kill him, Mr. Dollar.
Ever have any arguments with him?
No, none of any importance.
Who were his enemies, Mr. Bates?
He didn't have any.
A county attorney without a single enemy? That's a little remarkable, don't you think?
That was the type of man he was. He'd usually let sleeping dogs lie, easy going. Too much so, maybe. That was half the...
Half the reason the two of you argued? Is that what you started to say?
There were times when he should have gotten tough, or at least let me do it.
Well, you'll have your chance now.
And I'm going to take advantage of it. In one case, at least.
Oh, what case is that?
The Happy Hollow Roadhouse. That place should have been closed 2 years ago. But Mr. Parker wouldn't hear of it. And the sheriff wouldn't touch it without Parker's okay.
Who runs it?
A dirty little... His name's Sammy Drake. A cheap 30-cent crook.
Why should the place be closed, Mr. Bates?
Because it's a menace to the community. Drake's got everything going out there, wide open. He ought to be run out of town. And before the month's up, he will be.
Was Drake a friend of Mr. Parker's?
Hardly.
Is Miss Parker acquainted with him?
She knows him, of course. In a town this small, everybody knows everybody else. Doesn't mean anything.
I see.
You see what? What are you driving at, anyway?
The complete, detailed story, that's all.
Fine. But what bearing does this stuff have on the story?
Oh, none, probably. The sheriff tells me Miss Parker is a dead shot with a pistol. Do you know if that's true?
Absolutely. She can outshoot me any day of the week, along with most of the other men in the county. That's one of the ironies of the thing. It was her own father who taught her to shoot.
Was she given a paraffin test the night of the accident to determine whether she'd fired a gun?
Of course not. In the first place, we're not set up for it. And in the second place, there was no doubt but what she had. The housekeeper heard the shots and ran out in the hall and saw her standing there with a gun in her hand. And she admits she fired him. What more do you want?
I guess that ought to satisfy any reasonable person. Well, thanks a lot for your cooperation, Mr. Bates.
You're welcome. And I'll frankly admit I don't have the slightest idea what line of thought it is you're trying to follow.
It's the same one I've been following ever since I left Hartford. Do you know the Latin phrase, cui bono?
Sure. Means who benefits. It was an old principle of Roman law.
And it's still a good one. Who benefits here? Well, Luann Parker, of course, to the tune of $100,000. But maybe she's not the only one. There are different ways of benefiting, you know.
It still comes back to the same thing. She's the one who mistook her father for a prowler that night. She's the one who pulled the trigger and fired the shots that killed him.
Apparently so. But it's possible that somebody might have used her, Mr. Bates. Expense account, item 5, $6 even. Flat rate payment to Jake Deagley for a couple of hours' use of his battered old taxi. I stopped at the telephone office and I talked with the supervisor. I talked with the editor of the local paper and with a waitress who'd gone to school with Luann Parker, with a boy in a service station who'd dated her in high school. And all of their remarks fit the same picture. A sweet, fresh, all-American girl with an adored father who'd showered her with gifts and attention. And now her own personal tragedy was the town's public one, and they all wept for her. Not a fact out of line. So finally I decided I'd filled in the background enough for the moment, and it was high time I met the little princess face to face.
Yes, sir?
Good afternoon. I'd like to see Miss Parker, please.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but she ain't here.
Oh?
She's been staying in with Dr. Praley and his wife. Seems like she just couldn't face this place after what happened here.
Are you the housekeeper, Mary Jackson?
That's right, sir.
Well, I'd like to talk to you too, Mary, if you don't mind.
What about, sir?
Just a routine question or two. I'm with the insurance company that carries the policy on Mr. Parker's life.
Well, I don't think I ought to go around talking
Well, it's quite all
about...
right. Sheriff Peterson and Tom Bates are both cooperating with me, so you can be sure there's nothing wrong about it.
Well, if them two say it's all right...
They do.
Then I reckon it is. Won't you come in, sir?
In a few minutes' conversation, I learned that Mary Jackson had practically raised the Parker girl and worshipped both her and her father. She showed me the terrace where Dan Parker had bumped into the chair and wakened both his daughter and Mary, the back door where he'd entered the house that night, and then finally the main stairway where the shooting had taken place.
And when I heard the shots, all I could think was, oh, my poor baby, and I come running out in the hall.
Your room is the third door there, is that right?
Yes, sir. Well, just then Miss Luann turned on the lights, that switch right there beside you, and I saw her standing here at the top of the stairs with a gun in her hand. Then we both looked, saw it was Mr. Parker. We run down there. Miss Luann tore off his tie and pulled his shirt open, but he'd already passed on.
Yeah, it must have been a terrible thing for both of you.
Yes, sir, it was.
Mr. Parker seems to have been a very generous man, especially with his daughter.
Oh, he always gave her anything she wanted. Bought her another new car just last month.
Yeah, I saw it in the driveway. Well, this is a very attractive house. Must be worth $25,000, $30,000.
Mr. Parker bought it just 2 years ago. He thought with Miss Luann growing up, she ought to have a better place to live.
What's your salary here, Mary?
$95 a month, sir. And my keep, of course.
I wonder how he did it.
Sir?
Well, Dan Parker made $5,000 a year as county attorney. There's less than $600 in his bank account. The manager said it's never been much higher. And yet, this house, new cars, those clothes of Miss Parker's that you showed me, a $50,000 life insurance policy. How about that, Mary?
I don't know nothing about it, sir.
And still, with all this, they were always quarreling.
How'd you find that out?
Why, Mary? What did they quarrel about?
Well, it's only been the last 6 months, and it wasn't her fault. It wasn't like her. It was that Sammy that put those ideas in her head.
Sammy Drake, the fellow who owns the Happy Hollow?
And she was a restless one with nothing to do, and he took advantage of it. Filled her head full of crazy notions. I know it was him.
What crazy notions, Mary?
Oh, going off to New York, getting on the stage, or dancing in some nightclub. It's the only thing Mr. Parker ever refused her. But he sure put his foot down on that. He said the only way she'd do it'd be over his dead body. Oh, sir.
Thanks, Mary. You've been a lot of help.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, the net tightens. A rat runs for cover. Then the whole thing blows wide open. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment Edmund O'Brien as Johnny Dollar.
Are you the insurance detective?
That's right. Who's this?
Johnny Doe for now. Do you want to crack the Calgary job?
What?
Calgary Products down in Camden. 300,000 payroll robbery on the first of the month.
This isn't my kind of a gag. Try it on somebody else,
Wait a minute. This is no gag. Check the Alliance Bonding Company in New York. They've kept it out of the papers. If you're interested, be at this same phone tomorrow night at 10. I'll call you.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you Edmund O'Brien in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Here's a taste treat you can enjoy indoors, outdoors, at work, or at play. The cool, long-lasting mint flavor refreshes you. The smooth, steady chewing helps keep you fresh and alert. Adds enjoyment to whatever you're doing. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Alliance Bonding Company, New York City, New York. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of the Calgary matter. Expense account item 1, $10.50 transportation from my Hartford apartment to Alliance's Manhattan office.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello. I think Mr. Matthews is expecting me. The name is Dollar?
Oh, yes, Mr. Dollar. That door. Just go right in.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, Al. That'll be fine. The first bout starts at 8, but we don't care if we miss that. All right, I'll see you then. Sorry, but you can't hurry a son, you know.
That's all right. I'm Johnny Dollar, Mr. Matthews.
Yes, so I thought. Sit down, won't you?
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir?
I don't want to be interrupted for the next hour, Miss Mills.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Dollar, do you put any stock in that telephone call?
Oh, I haven't any idea. I don't know anything about it.
I've done a lot of thinking since you phoned me about it, and of course there's nothing for us to do except to follow it up. But I can't help wondering if this man isn't a crank of some kind.
Well, that's what I thought, too, until you bore him out by telling me there'd been a robbery that had been held from the press. Why has it been kept a secret?
Well, all concerned thought it was the best idea, and there's a possibility that the group involved is the same one that carried off the Brink robbery. But any publicity would only give away our hunch that the same gang pulled both jobs.
What makes you think the Brink crowd might have pulled this one?
Because of the way it was executed. Simple perfection. The knowledge the criminals had of our operations. You see, one of our armored cars was to deliver a cash deposit to the Barton Bank in Camden to cover the Calgary Products payroll. The truck simply didn't arrive. It was found later, wrecked and empty.
The driver and the guards?
They were found 3 miles away, bound and gagged. Their descriptions matched those at Brink's, masks and so on. Yes, it was perfection. They knew exactly when and where.
What do you want me to do?
I've talked it over with the rest of the Alliance executives. We want you to follow that call through, but we must insist that you make every effort to maintain the security we have established. Here are the details.
Expense account item 2, same as item 1, transportation back to Hartford. At 9:45 that night, I was in my apartment waiting for the promised call from John Doe. At 10:05, my phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
Stanley, 3469.
Yes?
One moment, please. Philadelphia's calling.
Philadelphia.
Your call to Hartford is ready. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Dollar,
Yeah?
what did you decide about the Calgary job?
Well, what happened to the man I talked with last night?
He didn't dare phone you tonight. He was afraid you'd be set up with the police to trace the call.
I haven't talked to the police.
Don't. If you do, it's all off. He doesn't want to be arrested. He wants to surrender to the New Jersey District Attorney's men.
The guy I talked with last night?
No, he wasn't involved with Calgary. It was a friend of his. Do you want to talk it over with him?
Where?
There's a room reserved in the name of Charles Randall at the Branford Hotel in Bridgeport. Check into it between 7 and 8 tomorrow night. Sign the register, Charles Randall, 7458 Walnut Drive, Boston.
Look, why doesn't he just take my address and come over here?
He can't.
Why not?
Branford Hotel, Bridgeport. If you're interested, be there.
Expense account item 3, $5, mileage to Bridgeport and the Brantford Hotel. It was a weathered frame building in the Harbor District. I felt conspicuous walking across the lobby to the desk because I was the only man in sight who was wearing a tie. I wondered, since I was so out of place, why that address had been picked for a meeting that I assumed was not supposed to attract attention. My room was in the rear on the ground floor. I'd no more than opened a single window to air the room of the traces left by its previous tenant when I was signaled to the door.
Dollar,
Yeah.
let me come in. You got a driver's license or something?
Better than that. A private operative's license. Here you are.
Thanks. I recognized your voice, but I thought I'd better make sure. Come on, we're going someplace else.
Why?
Because I'm not sure you weren't followed here. But I'll be sure we aren't going to be followed where we're going.
I don't like it.
It must be this way. You've got to believe me. He has to be careful. He doesn't want to get killed.
What's the matter? The gang busting up?
Come on.
What started the trouble? Splitting the loot?
Dollar, don't bother with me. I can't tell you anything because I don't know anything. Believe me, I'm only doing this to help him out. You don't have to come if you don't want to.
Where do we go?
You won't be coming back here. Don't leave anything but the keys to your car. Somebody will drive it out.
Do you know where I parked it?
It's the green coupe, isn't it?
Yeah.
He knows. Not through the lobby. There's a rear door. My car is parked just outside.
We drove without speaking, crisscrossing town and backtracking until he was satisfied there were no followers, and then out of town in roughly an easterly direction, following the shore of Long Island Sound. I clocked 3 4/10 miles on the speedometer, starting at the city limits. Then he switched off the lights and turned right into a pair of ruts. Finally, we bounced to a stop in front of a cabin near the water.
Watch your step. There are a couple of roots in the path.
Did he come?
He's here.
Good. You wait in the car, will you? I don't think it'll take long.
The first thing that impressed me as I walked past her into the single room was her youth. She didn't look much over 20. In spite of rather nondescript short brown hair and a band of freckles across an Irish nose, she was attractive. She was very small, and her violet eyes were very frightened.
I'm glad you've come.
Where's the man I've come after?
He left. He decided at the last minute that it would be better if he didn't meet you tonight.
Look, I've had enough. I don't play this way. I don't like to be made a fool of.
But you aren't. Please be patient with us.
I've been patient, and all I've gotten for it is some vague phone calls, pointless instructions, and a meeting in a crummy hotel that's right out of Dime Detective. I've had enough.
Please help us.
How can I help you when you don't give me anything? I don't know anything. And how can I help somebody who runs away? As far as I know, he doesn't even exist.
I'll show you. Open it. His share of the Calgary money's in it. But if you can take the wrappers off.
I can take this with me?
Yes.
I don't get it.
Does it matter? He wants to give himself up.
Why this way?
I told you on the phone. He doesn't want to be arrested in this state. He wants to go directly to the district attorney's office in New Jersey where the robbery was committed.
He'll turn state's witness?
Yes. But he has a demand. Promise of immunity.
It won't work. Any promise like that destroys the value of testimony. Might even bar it from the trial.
It's been done.
It's never promised. You'll have to take his chances on that.
It doesn't have to be public. You can try, can't you?
Sure, I can try it, but I won't get it. Anything else?
Yes. He wants to be placed in protective custody until after the trial.
How many other men were in on the job?
He wouldn't tell me. I can't tell you anymore. Will you go to New Jersey?
I'll have to have 2 days. I may not be able to see anybody tomorrow.
All right. We'll call your Hartford number both nights at 10. You'll have to go now. Please do your best.
be ridiculous, Dollar. That's one of the most impertinent requests I've heard since I took office.
Nothing personal, Mr. Kreider. I was asked to make it, and I did. Well, would you see that he's placed under protective custody until after the trial?
Why should I grant this criminal any favors?
Well, if it means breaking the Calgary matter, it seems to me a favor or two would be worthwhile.
We'll break it in due time. You know where he is?
No, but I've been close. I may be able to bring him in if I can get you a word on a few of these things.
Yeah, we'll see. Do you mind telling us where you've been operating?
Now, you know I can't tell you that. These people are my clients now, more or less. I have to keep their confidences. Now, what's your answer?
Answer? Definitely no immunity.
Protective custody?
All right. Yes, we'll assign a couple of men to guard him.
Okay, Mr. Kreider. I'll see what I can do with that. You'll hear from me in a day or so. Expense account items 4 and 5, $40 traveled from New Haven to Trenton, New Jersey, and from Trenton back to Hartford. I reached home too late for the phone call that first night, but it came the next, promptly at 10, from Boston this time.
What happened, Dollar? How did you make out?
No worse than I expected to. Protection, but no immunity.
Oh, that's not so good.
They weren't too happy with the situation. I think because they want to make an arrest themselves.
Were you followed?
Yeah, 2 men. They're watching my building now. But I can lose them if you still want to negotiate.
Can you come to Boston?
Tonight?
Yes, if you're sure you can shake the New Jersey men.
Where do we meet?
You're sure your line isn't tapped?
They haven't had time, but they will if you don't quit stalling.
Drive up through Springfield and Worcester. Just outside Boston, you'll pass through Auburndale. On the other side of it, there are 2 bridges. After you've crossed the second one, pull off the road and wait.
All right, I'll be there. Well, let me tell you something. This is the last trip. Get your man off the dime. I can't spend the summer touring New England. I slipped out of Hartford, found the second bridge beyond Auburndale, pulled off the road, and sat there, listening to the night. I sat there for an hour before anything happened.
My name is Gannett, Mr. Dollar.
Oh? Are you the one?
Yes, I'm the one.
Get in.
Thank you.
Well, you caused quite a stir, Gannett.
Yes, so I understand. I've heard that crime pays only those who write about it and those who investigate.
Are you armed?
No, but satisfy yourself.
The DA in Trenton?
Then, by all means, the DA and friends will be at the cottage by the sound. After you have delivered me.
It wasn't a silent trip, but the subject of our scattered conversation was always far removed from the Calgary matter. Gannett's only typically criminal attitude was one of fear. He was never satisfied that we weren't being followed. We weren't. I learned that at 9:30 the next morning when we pulled up in front of the State Building in Trenton. We hadn't been followed. They were waiting for him.
Al, no, don't.
Someone in the crowd, it was impossible to know who, shot Gannett to death and disappeared in the confusion. It was sudden and unexpected. More unexpected, I think, than learning after police identification that Gannett, admitted criminal, was also Arnold Gannett, LLD, professor of law at Russell University, New Haven, Connecticut.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, full-bodied, real mint flavor cools your mouth, moistens your throat, freshens your taste. And the chewing itself gives you a little lift, helps you keep going at your best. So for real chewing enjoyment that's refreshing and long-lasting, always keep Wrigley Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. Healthful, delicious Wrigley Spearmint Gum will make every day more enjoyable. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return you to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
A lot of answers died with Professor Arnold Gannett on the sidewalk in front of New Jersey State Building, but one had been born at the same time. They answered why the police of 6 states had made no progress in the Calgary case. They'd been following usual procedures, carrying out their investigations in criminal circles. There was nothing for me in Trenton except the possibility of a session of questioning by the district attorney's men, so I faded out of sight and started back towards the cottage on Long Island Sound.
Hello?
Hi.
Did it go all right?
No, it didn't. It blew up. Somebody was waiting for us in Trenton. He killed Gannett as he got out of the car.
I thought we were careful enough.
You were careful here and in Boston, but nobody was following you. They knew where he was going and waited for him. How did they find out?
I don't know. He never told me anything about it.
Where's the girl?
She's asleep. She stayed awake all night. I don't know what this is going to do to her. She's his wife.
She'll have to know.
You're right. It'll be in the papers tomorrow, won't it? She was going back to New Haven in the morning. But I can't do it. I don't want to go in.
I think you'd better. I don't know who you are, and so I don't want to lose track of you. Come on in with me.
Very well.
Mrs. Gannett?
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Gannett?
Oh, what is it? There's been trouble.
Yes, there has.
Where's Arnold?
He's dead, Mrs. Gannett.
No,
He was killed before he could surrender. I want you to tell me who did it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
I gave her an hour to get hold of herself. During that time, I learned that the other man at the cottage was Earl Becker of Bridgeport and a gardener at Arnold Gannett's school. Enclosed, please find a copy of his statement.
I'd known Arnold Gannett since he was a student at Russell University. We got to be good friends when we started to fish the Sound together. We didn't have anything else in common, but that sort of thing draws men together. I didn't know anything about the robbery until he told me he was in on it. That's all he told me. When he asked me to help him surrender, I said I would.
When I returned to the cottage, Mrs. Gannett was dry-eyed.
Mr. Dollar, I appreciate what you've done. You tried to help us, and I know that you're not to blame for anything.
Well, there was no way to stop it.
It's all finished now. And I want you to go back to Hartford.
Oh, it's not as simple as that. I've put myself out on a limb with the New Jersey district attorney. I won't get off it until this is cleared up. Are you telling me the truth when you say you don't know who your husband was teamed up with?
I don't know. He wouldn't tell me. He said it was safer if I didn't know.
What did he tell you?
Nothing until after it was all over. 2 weeks after. And I knew he was awake at night because something was troubling him. He couldn't lie to me.
Your husband was a brilliant man, a doctor of letters. How did he get mixed up in this thing?
On Tuesdays, he taught criminal psychology. Before the end of the semester, there was a lot of discussion on the Brink robbery in Boston. And he thought he had the best theory of all.
That the men who robbed Brinks had never been criminals before?
Yes. And were able to come back to their respectable lives and hide in them.
Did he offer that theory to his classes?
No. That's what started it. He couldn't get it out of his mind.
He told you this?
Not until afterwards. It grew into a challenge that he had to do something about. So he did it. And was successful. When he told me, I made him promise to give himself up. I made him do it.
I'm sorry I have to keep after you, but there are things I have to know. These classes of his, how many students?
It was a large enrollment this year. There were hundreds.
Did your husband ever mention a man named Al?
Oh, there were so many. I can't remember.
Well, he must have kept records. Where can I find a list of his students?
At our house in New Haven.
Well, then we'll have to go there. I'll be outside. Please let me know as soon as you feel able to leave. By now, the time element had become important. I knew that before long, the police would be swarming into Gannett's house and make my search impossible. I also knew I'd be dragged back to New Jersey for questioning. On the way into town, I tried to get some more information from Mrs. Gannett, but no luck. She apparently knew nothing of her husband's actions. It was 6 p.m. when she opened the door of Professor Gannett's office. Across one wall stretched a row of file cabinets, his records and lists of students. I never knew how many men's names start with the letters A and L. In an hour, Becker and I gathered from the 1949 and 50 enrollments some 100 names from Allen to Alvin.
There aren't any more here. What do you do with a list like this? They live all over the country. Here's one from Arizona, Nebraska, Florida.
I don't think we'll have to bother with them.
You're dropping it?
No. I think I found it.
Which one?
Hey, that car. Check the window, will you? See if it's police.
Yes, it is.
I can't talk to them now. Show me the back way out of here, will you?
This leads to the hall. What shall we tell them?
Well, don't lie yourself into a trap. Tell them I just left. You don't know where I was going. Have you read the papers, Mr. Matthews?
Professor Gannett? Yes, it's hard to believe.
You knew him?
Yes, I'd met him.
I'm awfully sorry about this. But now you know how the robbery was carried off with such perfection, don't you?
What do you mean?
You mentioned it yourself. They knew exactly where the armored truck would be and when. Your son Albert was a student of Professor Gannett's.
What are you intimating? Well, there are thousands of students at Russell.
I don't know of any other who has connections with the company that was robbed.
I won't stand for this.
The crime was committed because of a fixation Professor Gannett had about the Brink robbery. He felt he had to prove that respectable people could commit a crime and get away with it. He did it. But he couldn't have without knowing where your truck was going and approximately when it left New York. Where is your son?
Strangely enough, this possibility had crossed my mind, too, but I just can't believe it.
Where is he?
He's in his room, packing for a canoe trip up in Vermont.
Which one is his room?
I'll show you. Come on, it's upstairs. Your suspicions are very strong, aren't they?
Yes, they are, Mr. Matthews.
What have you learned about my son?
That his name is Albert.
Then there is no proof.
I don't know. I want to find out.
But he would have no reason to do anything like this. I have always given him everything he wanted. But he's a brilliant boy, much too intelligent. Here's his room. Al?
Yes, Dad? What is it?
May we come in?
Well, I was just finishing... Oh, I'm sorry.
Al, this is Mr. Dollar.
I'm the investigator working on the Calgary matter.
Oh? Well, excuse the room. My stuff's all over the place. I'm going up north.
Where were you this morning at 9 o'clock?
Why, What is this?
Where were you?
I don't see that it makes any difference.
It does. Because I was with Professor Arnold Gannett at 9 o'clock. Before he was killed, he called to somebody named Al.
What does he mean, Dad? I don't understand.
Mind if I look over your room?
For what?
For a gun. A .38 from the sound of it. The police will be able to check the slugs that killed Gannett.
Dad.
Yes, Albert?
Dad, I did it. I don't know why. I don't... What'll I do?
I don't know.
Dad, it wasn't supposed to end like this. Dad.
I can't help you now, son.
All right. All right, then I'll get away.
No, you don't. It's no use.
Get away from me. Oh.
I'm sorry, Mr. Matthews.
Yes, Mr. Dollar. I'm sorry, too.
Albert Matthews' statement, by the time he had finished, involved two other law students. They, too, were from families that should have not included criminals. And I wonder if Professor Gannett's unsuccessful experiment doesn't mean that the Brink robbery, $2 million, wasn't committed by persons now hiding behind respectable lies. Expense account total, $1,180. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, to make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. There's lots of cooling, real mint flavor in every stick. And chewing Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling fresh and alert. You feel better, work better, get more fun out of doing things. So indoors, outdoors, wherever you go, keep some healthful, refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Gum, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role, and is written by Gil Dowd and David Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can soon be seen starring in the Columbia Pictures production 711 Ocean Drive. Featured in tonight's cast were Ted Osborne, Florence Lake, Bill Boucher, Virginia Gregg, John Daner, and Terry Kilburn. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you've enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum every day. We invite you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Bob Stevenson speaking. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Dr. Bigby here.
Dr. Bigby. I'm asking you for the second time now to come out to the Cronin place.
I told you last night, Mr. Dollar.
The circumstances are different now, a lot different. We don't need a doctor. We need a coroner.
A coroner? Where are you calling from? The operator told me the phone out there was out of order.
It is. I'm at a forestry station a mile down the road. Jason Prell cut the wires last night before he was killed.
Jason killed?
Shot to death during the storm.
So that's how he ended up. It took a long time, but everything finally comes home.
Yes, Mrs. Cronin said the same thing an hour or so before she died.
Dolly, too. Her heart, Mr. Dollar?
In a way, maybe.
The dancing darling. Finally at rest. She... What do you mean, in a way?
Dr. Bigby, Mrs. Cronin was murdered.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar at the Cronin Estate, Wells Falls, New York, to the Home Office, Surety Mutual and Trust Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Cronin matter. Expense account, final page. Item 13, 10 cents. A half pack of cigarettes I left with a farmer who gave me a lift back from the forestry station. The price of my own feelings at the moment would have been lower. About 8 cents lower, in fact. I brewed another pot of coffee and sat down to wait for Bigby. But this time I laced the coffee with brandy. The sun was up by then, clear of the horizon, bringing a bright new morning and a brand new day. The storm was long over, and the world sparkled and danced. But too much of the night was still with me, and the past still too much alive. And yet, maybe Dolly Cronin was better off. She was a part of that past now, where friends were always true, and every minute of life was even more wonderful than the last one. And where she was still and forever the dancing darling.
Good morning, Johnny.
Oh, hi, Sylvia. I'm in the coffee business this morning. How about it?
Please. Having yours with cream, I see.
Yeah, bad night. Shall I make yours the same way?
Right. I had a bad night, too. Thanks. You look real beat, Johnny.
Couldn't be any beater.
Something pretty terrible happened last night, didn't it?
Yes. Jason Prell is dead.
Oh.
And Dolly Cronin is dead.
Oh, no. I loved her, Johnny. I didn't mean what I said last night about life always having been too easy for her, and you were right. It was just being frustrated, tied in knots and covering up. I loved her. She was sweet.
Yeah, she was quite a gal. She had something, I don't know.
She had love. She loved people, and they loved her in return.
Maybe so. Anyway, I guess this belongs to you now.
The necklace? The circle of fire? What do you mean it belongs to me?
She made a will last night. I witnessed it. She left the necklace to you.
I just can't believe it. Johnny, can I put it on?
Why not? It's yours. She wanted you to have it. You look good in it.
I just can't believe it, Johnny.
Well, before you get carried away too far, maybe you'd better brace yourself.
Oh, it's not mine after all.
Oh, it's yours, all right. But it's not real.
What?
It's a good copy, worth maybe $400 or $500, but that's all.
Well, I don't understand. It's so well known. The circle of fire. It's been written up over and over.
Yeah, from old records. But nobody's really examined it for years, since before Barnaby Cronin died. It's been locked up in a bank vault until I took it out.
Was there ever a real one?
Yes, originally. But it was broken up and disposed of years ago. Jason Prell knew it, was in on the substitution, I suppose. That's why he was so desperate to steal it from me and get rid of it before I found out it was a copy. He knew that if that deal came to light, it would call attention to some of his other activities, worse ones.
What do you mean?
Prell had complete charge of Mrs. Cronin's estate. He told me it was worth practically nothing. But according to records I saw in New York, it amounted to over $1 million in the beginning.
He was stealing her blind all these years.
Oh, it was easy. She was alone in the world, knew nothing about business. She trusted him, thought he was her friend.
She trusted everybody, much too much.
Well, she sure trusted the wrong ones, including her husband.
Barnaby?
Sure. What do you think disposed of the necklace and slipped her a copy after making such a big deal out of his fabulous wedding gift?
A phony. And she worshipped him. The king. In her book, the man who could do no wrong.
Well, in the business book, he didn't do much else but wrong. According to the records, most of his deals were pretty shady. Especially after he and Prell teamed up. Yes, Miss Atherton?
Dr. Bigby is here to see you.
All right, show him in.
Mr. Dollar, I wouldn't believe too much of what he says. He's a chronic drunk.
Yes, I remember you telling me. Show him in.
Yes, sir.
Well,
I was just thinking, Johnny. Mrs. Cronin didn't know any of this, I assume.
no, she was safe in her dream world.
And she thought she was giving me the real necklace.
That's right.
It's crazy. And kind of wonderful, isn't it? Just like that, she gave me something she thought was worth $500,000. Just because I was nice to her and liked her. You know something, Johnny?
What?
I'm just as glad it is a copy. It's beautiful, and I love wearing it. I'd have been scared of the real one. And I'll always remember that, like that dream world of hers, she thought it was real.
One more question left, but a big one. The question of murder. And I already had the answer. I was sure of it. And I knew there was nothing I could do about it. Dr. Bigby was a man under 60, but he looked years older, a harried man, tired and worn. He sat down for a moment and we talked. And I began to realize that here was another man who'd been under Dolly Cronin's spell, and who was shocked and hurt by her dying.
It was a remarkable thing and a difficult one to explain, Mr. Dollar. Like many another, I suppose, I often wondered why I felt the way I did about her. It was a sort of magic she had.
Yeah, I know.
Even as a girl here in the village, she had that same power and had it without knowing it. Everybody loved her.
No, not quite everybody. At least one person didn't.
Yes, you mentioned on the phone the word murder.
That's right, Dr. Bigby.
Who killed her?
A man we can't touch because he's already dead. Jason Prell.
Well, he's done about everything else, I guess. I wouldn't put it past him. What do you base it on, Mr. Dollar?
A bottle of pills. Prell supposedly went to Tupper's Lake last night and got a prescription filled for Mrs. Cronin. She took some of it this morning, an hour and a half before she died. There it is. I'd seen the bottle on the train coming up with a few tablets left on the same prescription. And these are different.
Well, you're right on one count, Mr. Dollar. Those aren't what the prescription calls for.
What do you mean, one count?
I talked to the druggist at Tupper's Lake on the phone last night. He told me about Jason being in.
All right, it still stands. He had the prescription filled and then changed the tablets, substituted these.
It's possible.
Would you happen to know what they are without having them analyzed?
I've got a pretty good idea, but I'll wait until I've examined her before I'll say positively. Mr. Dollar, I'd like to explain why I wouldn't come out when you called me last night.
Yeah, I wish you would.
I'd been drinking.
So I gathered.
I'd been drinking that other time, too, and I'd made a mistake. I didn't want to make another one.
Just what do you mean?
When Barnaby Cronin died here, I signed the death certificate.
Yes, I know.
I hadn't treated him. He was dead when I came out. I called it a heart attack. I was drunk, and I was wrong. Barnaby was poisoned.
Go on.
I didn't suspect it until later, and then I was afraid to do anything about it. I'd signed that certificate, and I knew it would break me. So I kept still, and I consoled myself with drink. And finally, it broke me. So the same end result was achieved.
Look, Dr. Bigby, if Barnaby Cronin was here alone, then how was he poisoned?
Alone? He wasn't alone when he died. She was here with him.
Mrs. Cronin?
Of course not. Why do you think he was always making trips up here, always by himself?
I didn't know he was.
For years, every week or two, the whole village knew about it. She was here with him that night. She's the one who called me, asked me to protect her good name. She's the one who poisoned him. And now she's had another try with the same poison.
But why?
Ask her why. Ring for her and ask her.
That won't be necessary.
Well, I'll go on up and make my examination.
Well, Miss Atherton, I'm asking, why?
He was planning to break off our relation. He told me that night. She'd finally won. That silly little fool had finally won. But I didn't let her win. I killed him.
You're confessing to murder, you know.
It doesn't matter now. I've accomplished everything I meant to accomplish.
So it was you who changed the tablets in her prescription bottle and substituted the poison.
Of course. It was so easy. For once in my life, things were just as easy for me as they'd always been for her. Will you have the sheriff come out, Mr. Dollar? I'd like to make my confession.
It's odd how things work out sometimes, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah. Mrs. Cronin said something like that last night.
I was pretty certain when you showed me the tablets, but I wanted to make my examination first.
What do you mean?
After Barnaby died and I started to suspect Miss Atherton, I managed to steal the poison from her in order to analyze it. I substituted harmless tablets of the same general appearance.
And those are what she's kept all these years? What she gave to Mrs. Cronin?
That's right. They were perfectly harmless.
But in that case...
Dolly Cronin died from a heart condition. The tablets had nothing to do with it. In a sense, Dolly died the same way she lived, from natural causes.
Expense account item 14, $83.90. Incidentals and transportation from Wells Falls back to Hartford. Expense account total, $263.30. End of account, end of report. Remarks? The insurance angle here seems a little muddy. Premiums were paid for years on an item that didn't exist. And yet, no claim was filed and none will be. So, well, I leave it to your legal eagles. Me, I'm beat and tired and maybe a little sad. I've come out of this with a kind of nostalgia. And for a time and place I never even knew. And I'm halfway in love with a girl back in that time and place. A girl I've never seen. Oh, sure, I know. It's a dream world and a dream girl. And none of it exists. But it's too bad. I wish it did. Because she must have been a honey. A real sweetheart. A dancing darling. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, please, there'll be a new exciting story on Johnny Dollar beginning next Monday.
Next week, the story of a man worth $50,000 who didn't have a cent to his name. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were Virginia Gregg, Shirley Mitchell, Vivi Janis, Barbara Fuller, Benny Rubin, John Daner, and Parley Bear. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Bert Helfer. Johnny, Merry Christmas to you.
Well, hi, Bert. Same to you.
Thanks.
Only what are you doing in your office on a Friday afternoon so close to the big holiday instead of out shopping?
Well, I'll tell you, Johnny.
Now, listen, Bert. I'm overworked, I'm tired, and I'm not taking on any investigations till after Christmas.
Okay, by me.
Hey, Bert, you sound terrible. What's the matter? You got a cold?
Oh, horrible one. I've had it for a week.
Well, why are you still there in your office at this hour instead of home in bed?
Well, I'm just cleaning up before I take a couple of weeks off. Johnny, can you come on over?
Now?
Now.
No. Any new assignment's going to have to wait till after the holidays.
Well, sure.
I mean, I would kind of like to have a few days free myself, you know, so wait till after Christmas, will you?
Well, sure, I'll be glad to, but who said anything about an assignment?
Well, isn't that why you called?
Not a bit of it, so come on over.
You're not kidding me now, are you, Bert?
I just thought you'd like to pick up the dough for that San Francisco job you did for us a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
Don't tell me you're so rich you've forgotten about it. Well?
I'll see you there in your office in a few minutes.
Right.
Only, Bert.
Yeah?
You're sure now that's all you really want me for?
That's all, Johnny.
Now, you won't try to finagle me into something, some job you just happen to think of after I get over there.
Honor bright.
Okay, Bert. I'm on my way.
The CBS Radio Network brings you Mandel Kramer, the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Trinity Mutual Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the phony phone matter. Expense account item 1. After checking out with my call service, $1.20 for a cab over to Bert Helfer's office high in the tower of the Manley building overlooking most of the city. Lo and behold, there wasn't a soul in the place except Bert himself. Most of the lights were off. The rows and rows of typewriters and calculating machines were covered and quiet. The filing cabinets neatly cleared and closed. Even the telephone switchboard off in one corner was untended, although I noticed one patch cord plugged in, the tiny light above it burning. It was Bert's line in use.
Yeah. I'll take care of it just as soon as I get back here in the office again. Yeah, that'll be on Tuesday, January 2nd. Good. Thank you, and a Merry Christmas to you, too. All right, Johnny, sit down.
Well, I'll say this for you, Bert. You are certainly the loyal company servant.
Well, I just want to be absolutely sure everything's taken care of so they won't be calling me down there in Miami Beach to lay down my water skis and come back here before my vacation's over.
Oh, I can't say I blame you.
And here you are, baby. Here is the money for that San Francisco job. You want to count it?
How come in cash?
Don't you still have some Christmas shopping to do?
Don't we all?
And the banks will be closed by the time you get out of here, so... Well, I just tore up the check and pulled this out of petty cash.
Well, good for you. And hooray for petty cash.
I must say, though, there's nothing petty about the way you can run up an expense account.
Oh, Bert. Only trouble is, with all this dough in hand, I'll probably go out and spend a lot more than I ought to.
Oh, sure, on all that flock of gals you keep on the string.
Jealous, Mr. Married Man?
Sure I am. Only I'm not really. Don't you kid yourself, baby. One of these days you'll put on the halter, too.
Fat chance.
Now, here, if you'll just sign this receipt.
There you are.
Good. Oh, and here. I almost forgot. While you were on your way over, your telephone answering service called with this message.
Oh?
Yeah. Call Exmont 35770 immediately, urgent.
Who is Exmont 35770?
You don't know?
No.
Well, I'm afraid I do.
Who?
It's the home of a character by the name of Harvey L. Hallett.
Harvey L. Oh, wait a minute. Any relation to the people who took over that little plant that I passed on the way over here? Hallett Industries?
He is Hallett Industries.
Oh?
Yeah. Look. You can see the place out of this window. You see it over there?
So?
You know, I hate to admit it. One of the boys in the office sold him a lot of insurance when he took over that place about 6 months ago.
Well, what's the matter with that?
Oh, we've had a big headache with that account on the inventory insurance.
How do you mean?
Well, apparently they make a lot of electronic stuff over there, and a lot of it's kind of secret, I guess, kept under lock and key. And a lot of it's been reported stolen. Half a dozen burglaries in the last 6 months, according to Mr. Harvey L. Hallett. And we've had to pay off through the nose.
Why do you say according to Mr. Hallett that way?
Because I wouldn't trust that character as far as you can throw this building. In other words, if I could, I'd just cancel out his policy, I think a lot of those losses he reported were phonies. If I'd had any sense, I would have called you in on him.
Well, so long, Bertie.
As a matter of fact, I wish you would look into it for us after I get back.
After? Okay, but not now.
All right, that's all right by me.
I wonder why he's called me.
Well, I'm afraid it was my fault.
Why? How do you mean?
Well, I'd kind of let your name slip out somewhere along the line, and yesterday Hallett called me, said he'd been thinking it over, asked me for your number, and, well, I gave it to him. I'm sorry, Johnny, I shouldn't have, especially since I want you to investigate him. So as for calling him back, if you don't want to, don't.
If what you say about him is true, though, maybe I will.
After the holidays.
No. Right now.
Oh, why?
Bert, it's an old trick. And a corny one, but a lot of people still think it's pretty clever.
Trick?
The cover-up. A man kills somebody or he blows his safe or he tries an embezzlement, whatever. He's the one who calls in the cops. Or even tells them that he thinks it might happen.
So that nobody will suspect him.
Of course.
I never thought of that.
So, if what you say is true, if he is the kind of guy you seem to think he is, if he's back of his own burglaries on which he has collected a lot of nice insurance money...
Oh, I'd bet on it.
And if he's planning another such caper...
Sure he is. Johnny... I think you've got something there.
On the other hand, though, Bert, if he's clean, if he really does want to help...
Oh, that I doubt.
Let me have the phone.
Look, why don't you wait till after the holidays?
Nope.
Okay, it's on your own head then.
This is home telephone number, did you say?
Yeah, the factory is a Weatherby number. Weatherby something.
Hello?
Mr. Hallett, please.
This is Mary Hallett, Mrs. Hallett.
Is Mr. Hallett there?
Well, he's terribly busy at the moment. May I ask who's calling, please?
This is Johnny Dollar.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, yes. He said he was very anxious to speak with you, but he's just about to leave for New York. Oh, just a minute. Here he is. Harvey, it's for you. Darling, I know, but it's Mr. Johnny Dollar. You said you want... Yes. Here, dear.
Dollar, this is Harvey Hallett.
Yes, Mr. Hallett.
Merry Christmas and all that. And listen, I'm very anxious to see you and to talk to you.
Well, whenever you find
About some problems over at my electronics plant, but I have to leave now immediately.
Well, if it's
Can I call you on Tuesday?
Oh, sure.
On Tuesday morning, at say about... Yes, I know, dear, I know. Dollar, I'm sorry, but I have to hang up. I'll call you on Tuesday.
Well, look, Mr... Hello? Hello? Well, that's what I call a man in a hurry.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Something about going to New York, he said. Or, his wife did, anyway. Where does he live, Bert? Anywhere near that little plant of his?
Are you kidding? With an Exmont number? No, he lives a mile, maybe a mile.
Holy smoke. What's that?
Or some kind of explosion, it sounded like. Johnny, look. Look out the window, right over there. Whew. Holy smoke is right.
I see. That's going to be one big fire.
Yeah. Don't you recognize that building, Johnny?
Oh, you're right, Bert. Hallett Industries. Item 2, $1 for a taxi over to the scene of the fire. I'll say this, that fire must have really taken hold with a bang, and I don't mean because of the explosion we'd heard. It was a small building, not more than a couple of 100 feet square, and by the time I arrived, there were flames pouring out of every window. And smoke, thick black smoke. The fire department was already hard at work, and by the time I'd singled out Police Lieutenant Billy Harmon to get his opinion of it, things were fairly well under control. Hey, Lieutenant, what brings you here?
Only one thing, Mr. Harvey L. Hallett.
What do you mean by that, Lieutenant?
I'm the patsy got assigned to those burglaries that he had. You know something?
No, tell me.
I got just exactly nowhere on him. And you know something else?
Yeah?
Now, I can't prove this. Can't prove a thing for that matter, simply because, well, I can't, that's all. But I also can't get over the feeling the reason I couldn't get anywhere was because our friend Mr. Hallett didn't want me to.
Didn't want you to? You mean no cooperation?
Just the opposite. Too much cooperation.
Oh?
So much, I couldn't make a move without finding him underfoot, making like he was doing everything he could to help.
I see.
But actually, all he was doing was getting in the way. He'd suggest so many possibilities and demand I follow him up. I didn't have time or opportunity to follow up those I'd thought of. Not properly, that is. Smoke. The old misdirection bit, if you know what I mean, Johnny. Johnny, I don't trust that guy.
Seems to me I've heard somebody else give out with that same opinion.
Oh, I got the word this place was going up. Well, you know what I think, Johnny?
Arson?
I'd bet on it. And if it is, you can be sure the boys in the torch squad will spot it. They're in there working on it already. You know, Hanley and Jimmy Beckett.
Yeah.
You ask me, they're the two best arson men a police department ever had.
They're a pretty good pair.
And if it is arson, you can be sure my number one suspect will be none other than... Wait a minute. Oil off! Conroy! Keep those people back of the line before... Come on, keep them back there. Hey, you, mister. What do you think you're doing this? Oh, you.
Lieutenant Harmon. How did this happen? I heard the explosion all the way over at my home.
Now, you claim you were at home, Mr. Hallett?
Yes, of course I was at home.
Can you prove that?
I beg your pardon. Yes, I'm afraid he can, Lieutenant. Oh, you're Mr. Dollar. That's right. You call off your trip to New York? Well, I was just leaving. I heard the explosion and saw the smoke, so I drove on over here.
No, you just drove on over, huh?
Yes, I did. What happened? Dollar, what started this? Well, I'd say that you know just as much as we do.
Or a lot more.
What's that?
Excuse me a minute. Yeah, what is it, Beckett?
Look at it, Dollar. The whole plant, the whole business, all gone up in smoke.
Yeah. Pretty well insured, though, isn't it?
Huh? You think that money can make up for all the time and work and worry that went into it? All gone up in smoke. Mr. Dollar.
Yeah.
The color of that smoke.
That was the first thing I noticed, Mr. Hallett.
The smell. The odor.
Yes, I know.
The storeroom. It's full of solvents. Highly volatile solvents.
You think that caused the explosion?
It must have. But how? The storage arrangement was approved by this very fire department. It was like a vault. There was no way that any heat could get into it.
Well, you think then that maybe somebody did,
But how? It was always locked.
Wasn't there supposed to be a watchman on duty?
Of course. Old Ben Matthews. Dollar, if he was anywhere near that explosion when it occurred. Oh, no.
In other words, if it was arson by somebody the watchman may have seen.
Arson? I said if.
And if that watchman did see anybody around.
Arson, all right, Dollar. Boys are sure of it.
They are, Lieutenant?
I can't believe it.
As for Ben Matthews, the watchman, well, I don't think there's much question but that he did see who did it. And that he knew him.
No? Then you mean Ben is still alive?
That door had a dead latch on it. Took a key to open it inside as well as outside.
I know, and old Ben had orders not to admit
wait
anyone
and
that...
listen, Mr. Hallett.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
Ben's key is still in the inside of that lock. So he let somebody in. Now, that means somebody that he must have recognized.
Why do you say that?
I knew old Ben. I know he had orders not to let anybody in. Not anybody. Isn't that true, Mr. Hallett?
Yes, of course it is.
So I know he wouldn't. But of course, if his boss told him to open up...
Now, just a minute, Lieutenant. If you're implying what I think you are...
Yeah? Well, if the shoe fits. Don't worry, Mr. Hallett. You'll never be able to testify. Thanks to that bullet in his head.
Good Lord.
Breaks your heart, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
You know something?
Now, just a minute. Just 1 minute. Stop acting like a couple of angry kids. Lieutenant.
Yeah, well?
You say it was arson.
With a murder on top of it. And Mr.
All right. Now, what kind of a device was used?
Device? What do you mean,
What kind of a timer to set it off?
Nothing. No device. Only a paraffin wick. Into a bottle or tank of some kind of that solvent in there.
How long a wick?
Only a couple of feet. And that means that somebody was in there only seconds before it went off. And that's somebody, Mr. Hallett.
I tell you, I was at home on the other side of town.
That's
And I
right,
tell
he was,
you, Mr.
Lieutenant.
Hallett. What did you say, Dollar?
He was at home, Lieutenant. I know, because I called him on the telephone only seconds before this thing started.
This period between Thanksgiving and Christmas is a happy one as we busy ourselves with rounds of shopping and parties. But for hundreds of thousands of families abroad, it's like any other time of the year, a time of hunger. So why not share your holiday joy with one or more of the less fortunate families? Send them Care food packages. They cost only $1 apiece and contain enough food to supplement family rations for a whole month. So send your dollars to Care, New York, 16, New York.
Item 3, 10 cents for a phone call to Mr. Jonathan Buckley at his home. Luck was with me. The Hallett Industries account was in Mr. Buckley's bank.
But now, look here, Johnny. You know very well I can't tell you that. Such matters are completely confidential between a banker and his client.
Even though arson is involved, Mr. Buckley?
Even though, Johnny.
And a murder?
Murder?
That's right. Well?
What if I were simply to say that, in spite of all the money originally transferred from his New York bank, that Hallett's financial condition is pretty bad.
Oh?
Would that be of any help, Johnny?
It certainly would. Thanks.
Another thing, Dollar.
Yes, Lieutenant.
After those so-called burglaries, I checked over every one of Hallett's 8 employees myself. There isn't a cleaner bunch of people anywhere in town.
Well, even so.
I'm sure of it. What's more, I've known every one of them personally for years. Even went to school with a couple of them. So you see what I'm getting at? Hallett. Hallett is the only one we don't really know about.
Where'd he come from, Lieutenant?
Who knows? You think he'd tell us? The truth, that is?
Oh, wait a minute. Mr. Buckley, the banker.
What's he got to do with it?
Funds transferred, he said, from... Hey, you want to treat me to a call to New York? The phone call was to an old friend of mine, Lieutenant Randy Singer, Detective Division, 18th Precinct, New York Police Department. One of the best of his kind I've ever known.
Okay, Johnny, let's have it. What sort of a jam do you expect me to get you out of this time? And what you doing down here in New York?
I'm not. I'm up here in Hartford. Now, listen.
Oh, I get it. You need an excuse to pad out that fancy expense account of yours, huh? To impress somebody.
Randy.
You're running up a phone bill.
Randy.
Oh, go ahead, Johnny. Talk it up. I'll make like I'm listening. Everybody will be happy. How are you, anyhow?
Randy, will you listen to me?
Yeah?
Does the name Harvey L. Hallett mean anything to you?
Harrison Peterson.
What?
You heard me.
Oh, come on. Make sense, will you?
You think we don't keep track of the crooks we've had to deal with even after they've been chased out of our fair city? Of course we do.
Randy.
And Paul Paraffin Peterson, well, we couldn't get a thing on him, by the way.
Randy, the man I'm interested in is Harvey L. Hallett.
But we did make it pretty rough on him. We dubbed him Paraffin Pete because of his one and only method of starting a fire. And that's the name he took on after we showed him the way out of town. He and that doll of his, Mary. Only Moll would be a better word.
The name, Randy?
What? Oh, the one you said.
Harvey L. Hallett?
Yep. Used to be known in these parts as Paul Peterson. Paraffin Peterson.
Okay, Randy. Thank you. You hear it, Lieutenant?
Sure did, Dollar.
Looks like you were right. He's our man.
Yeah, but you yourself are his alibi. I mean, if you were really talking to him on the phone the same time as that fire was set...
Well, now, suddenly, I'm not so sure. Hallett Electronics, Well, maybe his product line includes something like... Come on, Lieutenant, we better get going.
Yeah, where?
Let's hope he hasn't got home from his fire yet. When we got there, Hallett was just walking into his front door, which means he didn't have time to put away the device that his wife, Mary, had been careless enough to leave sitting on a table not more than 2 feet away from the telephone.
Now, just a minute, Mr. Dollar. What...
Yes, Hallett?
You mind telling me why you two have bulled your way in here this way? Lieutenant, will you please stop fooling around with our tape recorder until I find out what this is all about?
If it's the music you want, I'll put on the radio. There's nothing on that tape but a lot of noise from a party we had.
Dollar, I asked you a question.
Are you ready, Lieutenant?
All set.
All right, I'll turn it on.
Oh, just a minute.
Hold it, Hallett. You pull that electric plug and I just might pull this trigger.
This is ridiculous.
Well, we'll see.
There's nothing on that tape, I tell you. There's nothing on it.
Harvey Hallett. Merry Christmas and all that, and listen now. I'm very anxious to see you and talk to you about some problems over at my electronics plant. But I have to leave now immediately.
Well, I must...
Can I call you on Tuesday? On Tuesday morning, to say about, Yes, I know, dear, I know. Dollar, I'm sorry, but I have to hang up. I'll call you on Tuesday.
So, Johnny?
That's right, Lieutenant. Pre-recorded here before he left to set the fire. So when I called in answer to his urgent message, all his wife had to do was hold the phone over next to this tape machine. No wonder I couldn't get a word in edgewise. Then, as soon as I hung up, she called him at the plant to go ahead. Any comment, Mr. Hallett? Expense account total? Forget it.
I'd rather take this time to wish you, all of you, wherever you are, a very Merry Christmas. And that's from the heart. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week? Well, next week, there won't be any case. But I think you'll want to be here anyway. Next week at this time, you'll be hearing our annual Christmas Eve Sing with Bing. We'll be back 2 weeks from now. Merry Christmas from yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar is written by Jack Johnstone, produced and directed by Bruno Zerato Jr., music supervision by Ethel Huber. Johnny Dollar is played by Mandel Kramer. Also featured in our cast were Jackson Beck as Lieutenant Billy Harmon, Michael Caine as Harvey Hellett, William Redfield as Bert Helfer, Terry Keene as Mrs. Hellett, Eugene Francis as Lieutenant Randy Singer, and David Kern as Jonathan Buckley. Remember, no story next week, but yours truly, Johnny Dollar, returns 2 weeks from now with his next exciting story. At this time next week, by all means, plan to join Bing Crosby, Kathy Crosby, Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Mortimer Snurd, the Norman Luboff Choir, and Paul Weston's Orchestra for the 7th annual Christmas Eve Sing with Bing. This is Pat Cannell speaking. The stars shed their inhibitions on Arthur Godfrey time weekdays on the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Paul Peters, Johnny, at Western Indemnity Company.
Oh, hiya, Paul. How's the weather out there in the City of the Angels?
Johnny.
Yeah?
Can you come out here right away?
What's up?
Well, put it this way. How would you like to give some much-needed help in the race for outer space?
Oh, well, if you mean take a ride in one of those experimental space capsules...
No, I mean...
Thanks, Paul, but I'll stay in the cheering section for a while.
No, I mean put a stop to the trouble that's threatening to... But, Johnny, we have no proof. No proof at all.
No proof of what?
That these deaths were anything but accidental, that they weren't incidental to something much bigger.
Paul.
But if you can find out who's in back of them, who's in back of all this...
Hey, look, will you start making sense?
What?
The race for outer space, remember?
Yes, Johnny, and you know its importance.
Yeah, and I take it some company, some client of yours has a hand in it.
Yes.
But they're having trouble.
Yes.
What?
Because although there's no proof, I'm convinced, Johnny.
Yeah? Well, come on, Paul.
All right. Sabotage.
Oh?
Yes, Johnny. Sabotage.
CBS Radio brings you Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Western Indemnity Company, Los Angeles office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Flask of Death matter. Expense account item 1, $180.40 for a plane to New York, then one of the big jets to Los Angeles. Item 2, $570 for a cab to Paul Peters' office on Wilshire Boulevard on the strip they call the Miracle Mile.
I've arranged a rental car for you, Johnny, so you can get on up there right away.
On up where, Paul? And you still haven't told me what this is all about.
Look here at this detailed map, just above Santa Barbara. Here.
Hey, looks like that road runs off into the ocean.
On a high bluff overlooking the ocean is the Bar Manufacturing Company.
Bar.
From the names of Doctors Joseph L. Barham and Ralph T. Barnwell. They're a couple of top-grade scientists.
So what do they build? Spaceships?
Ostensibly, they make small aircraft components, but actually, well, after they were dropped from governmental service, they begged and borrowed a lot of money to set up a little plant. And they've developed a capsule they're sure will enable a man safely to return from outer space.
Kind of competing with the government, aren't they?
Barham and Barnwell are determined to prove that private enterprise can accomplish more than a lot of inter-service wrangling can.
More power to them.
And if they can prove their rescue capsule works, they'll make millions, Johnny, literally millions.
I should think so.
Naturally, we, as their insurance company, will benefit too. So far, though, it's cost us a lot of money.
Oh, how, Paul?
Insurance policies on a couple of their key men who died recently under most peculiar circumstances.
Yeah, how?
During the testing of this device, but nobody seems to know exactly how or why those men died. Now, if you can find out for us...
Yeah, well, I can try.
Barham and Barnwell don't want you up there poking around, Johnny, but I've insisted on it, so they're expecting you.
I see.
So, will you get on up there right away?
Sure, why not? Thanks to a good freeway system, I arrived at the Bar plant shortly after 2 p.m. One of the guards led me onto a long steel platform that stuck far out over a wide cove at the edge of the ocean. At the end of it, surrounded by a lot of complicated machinery, attended by half a dozen men, was Dr. Ralph Barnwell at the controls of a gigantic hoist. A long, heavy steel cable on it was pulling something out of the deep waters of the cove. Much to my surprise, Dr. Barnwell didn't seem to resent my presence at all.
Yes, Dollar. Here comes the space capsule. This time the test has to be successful.
Say, tell me, Dr. Barnwell.
Twice before it was plunged, fired into this deep hole at the edge of the ocean under conditions simulating a return from outer space. Everything within the capsule functioned perfectly. The tests were a complete success. Except for one thing.
Yeah, what's that?
For no apparent reason. For no reason at all.
Yeah?
The man inside it was dead.
I see.
Easy now. Lower, Doc. Yes. All right now. Ready on the cradle. And that's why, Mr. Dollar. That's why my partner, Dr. Joseph Barham, insisted on making this test himself. All right, men. Release the pressure so we can open the door of the capsule. All ready? Good. All right, now come along, Dollar.
Open it up yourself, Doctor?
Yes, I'll open it. Stand aside, men, so that we can... All right, now, Dr. Barham, did you... Joseph.
You, Doctor.
Like the others, sir. Dr. Barham's dead.
You saw it yourself, Dollar. There was nothing inside that capsule that could possibly have killed Joseph Barham.
Yeah, well, now, maybe the autopsy will, Doctor?
Yes, of course. We'll have an autopsy, the same as we had on the other two men who died this way, that I know what the findings will be.
What, sir?
Asphyxiation. But I tell you, it's impossible. If the atmosphere inside it became insufficient or faulty for any reason at all, it would have shown up on the tape recordings that we so carefully checked over. And these young scientists we employed don't miss anything, Dollar.
Well, what about a poisonous gas of some kind in there?
Poisonous gas?
Well, 3 of these in a row, Doctor. It looks kind of deliberate, doesn't it?
The presence of any known poisonous gas would have been recorded, too.
Any known poisonous gas?
What?
Well, isn't that what you said, Doctor? And with all the people in the world who'd like to see you fail with the rescue capsule, don't you think a few of them might be clever enough to make up something you couldn't spot?
You're talking about some spy, that sort of nonsense.
Is it nonsense?
Nothing could be placed in that capsule without our knowing about it.
You're pretty sure of all the people you have working here?
Of course we are, as sure as we can be.
Yeah?
And what's more, if anything, any device had been placed in the capsule to release this poisonous gas you're talking about, we'd have discovered it when we opened the capsule. We'd have smelled traces of it.
Well, maybe. And maybe it sounds wild, Doctor, but have you considered the possibility of the man himself in there releasing some kind of...
Dr. Barham, a suicide? No. Good heavens, no.
All right, how was a breathable atmosphere provided inside that thing?
2 oxygen tanks, primarily, and a minus-pressure tank system containing a CO2 absorption unit, plus, of course...
Well, what's been done with the oxygen tanks that were aboard?
Why, they've probably been returned to the storeroom, where they can be made ready for the next test.
You're not sure?
I tell you, Dollar, the presence of any poisonous gas...
Any known poisonous gas, remember? You know that rescue capsule inside and out, don't you?
Every square inch. Even the most minute detail.
Well, I know nothing about it, but, Doctor, that might be an advantage in my investigation.
What?
Because I have no preconceptions about why or how some device couldn't be put aboard.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
So maybe I'm just the one to find out how it was.
But that doesn't...
Also, I have a strange little hunch I'd like to follow up. Do you believe in hunches, Doctor?
Hardly. As a scientist, But, Mr. Dollar, if your hunch can result in finding the killer among us...
Maybe it will, Doctor. Maybe it will. My hunch was a long shot, and I knew it. But my hunches usually pay off. Dr. Barnwell promised no interferences and gave me a pass that would get me by his security guards to any department or laboratory in the place. I talked with some of his bright young scientists and engineers and other technicians, not because I expected to get anything from them, and I didn't, but to hide my real purpose. Then I wandered into the storeroom where the oxygen cylinders were kept. I talked to a rather dull-witted character named Pete Prosser.
Just about to empty out these here little oxy bottles and go home. Say, didn't I see you up there on the dock with Dr. Barnwell this afternoon, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, that's right, Pete. And, aren't you the one who opened some of the valves on the outside of that capsule just before Dr. Barnwell opened the door of it?
Well, release valves, they call them, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah.
I open them up real slow so as to let the inside pressure get what you call equalized with the outside air.
Or to release whatever was inside that killed him.
Oh, what you say, Mr. Dollar?
Pete, where do the oxygen bottles come from that are used to provide an atmosphere in that capsule?
Right here in my storeroom, Mr. Dollar.
Oh? You fill them up yourself? From a master cylinder of the stuff, something like that, huh?
Oh, no, sir. I only issue them out when I get the orders, Mr. Dollar. I guess they don't think I got brains enough for anything much else. But I really have, Mr. Dollar. I got a lot of...
Well, who does fill them up for use?
Well, now, that's a funny thing, Mr. Dollar. I don't exactly know.
You don't know?
But it must be some of the scientists they got all around here. For all I know, Mr. Dollar, is they're always full and ready when I get the orders to deliver class number so-and-so and so-and-so up to the dock. I come down here and get them and then help install them.
What happened to the bottles that we used this afternoon?
Well, the first thing we done, Mr. Dollar, was check them out up there on the dock.
Check them out?
Well, sure, Mr. Dollar, to be sure they still had pressure in them in case their running out was what killed poor Dr. Barham. But it wasn't. On account of they still had plenty of pressure.
You emptied them up there?
Oh, no, sir, Mr. Dollar. That's what I was going to do when you come here just now. You see them here on this rack?
Yeah. What have you hooked them up to? That pipe through the ceiling there. What's that?
Oh, that's the exhaust. You see, I just open this valve, and they empty out in the air where they can't cause no explosion or nothing.
No, wait. Close that valve.
Oh, sure. Only we can't fill them up fresh if we don't empty them first.
Hey, Pete, well, listen, Pete.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dollar.
Well, I've kept you after hours, and I'm sorry for that.
Oh, that's all right.
So, why don't you run along and I'll take care of emptying these flasks for you, huh?
Well, now, that's real nice of you, Mr.
Yeah,
Dollar.
for sure. I'll see you in the morning.
Yes, sir. Well, good night, Mr. Dollar, and thank you, sir.
When he was gone, I tore over to one of the laboratories I'd visited earlier. There I borrowed a couple of healthy-looking white mice. Then back to the storeroom.
I hooked a tube onto each of the oxy bottles and slowly fed the contents, supposedly pure oxygen, into the cage with the mice. Well, for a while, they cavorted about very merrily, and I wondered if for once my hunch had been a wrong one. But then, suddenly, the mice keeled over, lay there, gasping for breath. And by the time I could shut off the valve, both of them were stone dead. Now I knew how Dr. Barham and the others had been killed inside the space rescue capsule. But by whom? And more important at the moment, why? And then I remember the old Latin phrase, cui bono, who benefits? And the answer came so easily I could have kicked myself. But how to prove all this? Well, maybe if I took the lethal oxygen tanks up to Dr. Barnwell's office and... maybe there was a better way. Yeah, a little less dangerous.
Yes, come in. Oh, come in, Mr. Dollar.
Hi, Doctor.
Well, as long as you're still around, why don't we have dinner together? And what's that you have there?
Oh, it's just one of the oxygen bottles that was taken off the rescue capsule this afternoon. Yeah, I'll sit it here by the door.
May I ask why?
Well, because I think the valve has developed a leak, and I just thought you ought to know about it.
The valve? It leaks?
Sure. Did you hear it?
Yes. Yes, well, then we'd best get it out of here.
Oh, no, that's all right. Sit down, Doctor. I want to talk with you.
Yes, but a lot of additional oxygen in here. If you were to forget and light a cigarette, light a match.
I won't forget. Probably wouldn't do a thing anyway.
Now, Mr.
You know, in spite of your nice reception, I understand you didn't want me to come up here and poke around.
Well, I'm sorry if you got that impression. It's probably because Dr. Barham and I thought that...
you and Barham got out of government service, didn't you?
Why, yes, we did, because we...
Because the security boys found out some things about you they didn't like?
I know, that's ridiculous.
Doctor, I'm not going to beat around the bush any longer. I should have known there was something phony about your ordering the pressure released in that capsule before you'd opened it up this afternoon.
What?
It was really to dissipate the poison gas in it, wasn't it?
What poison gas? Mr. Dollar, I told you my opinion of your poison gas theory earlier. But now about this flask of oxygen you
Doctor, now that the capsule works, it's worth millions, isn't it?
Works? By killing 3 good men?
The first 2, I suspect, were to convince everybody it was accidental.
What?
Sure. So nobody'd be suspicious when Dr. Barham...
Dollar.
Yeah. Leaving everything to you, millions.
What is this nonsense? And listen, about this leaky bottle of oxygen...
Well, now, why get so upset about it?
I'm not upset.
Then sit down.
No,
Doctor, I said sit down.
What do you mean? Done?
Yes, sir, that's right. Now move over so I can call the police to come and pick you up for murder.
No, you can't prove it. And listen to me.
Well?
Listen, we must get out of here quickly.
Oh, I'm in no hurry. Now, Dr. Barnwell...
Listen, that flask there by the door leaking the gas in here...
I thought it was harmless oxygen.
It is, of course it is. Only just... Please, let me out of here.
Doctor, you try to move and I'll pull this trigger so...
But that gas... That hydrogen oxygen gas...
Oh, is that what you really put in that harmless-looking little flask?
Yes.
The same slow-acting gas you used to kill your partner and the other 2, huh?
Yes.
Then you admit it, huh?
Yes, I killed him. I killed Barham to get the plant for myself.
You'll put that in writing?
Anything, but let me out before the gas kills me, too. I can feel it now. We're too late, Dollar. We're too late.
Oh, stop blubbering and get up on your feet.
Too late, we'll die.
Wrong, Doctor. This flask isn't one of those out of the capsule.
What?
No. I pulled this one off the shelf. All it holds is pure oxygen. I hope. I don't know, of course, but I suspect the government will take over. Maybe they'll have something in that space rescue capsule. But as for money, royalties, well, I'm sure that Barnwell won't be able to spend much in prison. Expense account total, including a couple of days and nights in Santa Barbara and a trip back to Hartford, $431 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. A story that It's called The Wholly Unexpected Matter. And believe me, the title fits. Yeah, it involves a wild trip across the country in search of a killer. A killer who just happens to be looking for me. Who apparently knows more about my plans and where I'm going than I do myself. All of which leads up to a really unexpected twist at the end of the yarn. I think you'll like this one. Like it a lot. So join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Paul Duboff, Parley Bear, G. Stanley Jones, Horace Lewis, Tom Hanley, and Bill James. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Andrew Cord, Johnny.
How's it going, Andy?
All the police have been talking to that arsonist, George Foley, all night long. He won't admit a thing. Won't talk about anything. They're wondering now how long they can hold him.
He's the man who fired that building, Andy.
Well, we've got to have something more for the district attorney, Johnny. We haven't tied Foley to Bennett at all. If we can definitely charge him with firing that building, then we'll have a lever to go after Bennett.
I got an idea.
What?
Meet you in an hour.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Four-State Fire Insurance Corporation, 4065 Spear Boulevard, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Bennett arson matter. Expense account item 6, $1, 2 drinks. Andrew Cord and myself in Cookie's Place, a half a block from San Francisco's Hall of Justice. Andy's a good insurance man, thorough.
Well, it's pretty certain they'll have to release Foley unless he admits something, or we can find more evidence against him.
How about Bennett?
Still no word. Johnny, you can see what we're up against.
Yeah. Want one?
No, thanks, Johnny. It's pull out.
Listen, we had this case tied into Tony Midas until he turned up dead. A vengeance motive against Bennett for sending him to prison 5 years ago.
Yeah?
All right. Now we know it wasn't Midas, and we're sure it's this George Foley. At least according to Bill Underwood, and Bill certainly knows the arson racket.
Yeah, no man better.
All right, then. Who shot Bennett?
Oh, I don't know, Johnny, but that's not our worry at the moment.
Think, Andy, think. It might have been Foley. It couldn't have been Midas. But there is someone else.
You mean Bennett's niece?
Sure, his niece. She had a reason because of what Bennett did to Midas, who was her husband. And she's got a reason to help us.
Yeah, but nobody can find her. Nobody knows where she is.
They'll find her. And I want to make a deal.
What?
Sure. If I find her, I'll ask her what information she can give us about Bennett and Foley. Possibly she has something. She said she did once. Now, look, if she shot her uncle, she'll have to stand for assault and attempt to kill. Can we give her legal help in her case?
Johnny, I don't know.
I want to know if I can promise her that if I see her. Can I?
Well, you can tell her that we'll do what we can, the very best that we can.
Okay, good. Want another drink?
No, thanks, Johnny.
All right, I'll try and get in touch with Elizabeth Bennett.
How? The police haven't gotten anywhere.
Oh, I've been here 2 days, and I got friends all over this town. Expense account item 7, $1.05, cab fare. From the Hall of Justice to the apartment house of Marty Engel, lawyer, philosopher, and egg poacher.
Again?
Yeah. You better close that door and lock it, Mr. Engel.
It's awful late for this. Are you drunk?
Nope.
Locked? Now what?
You asked me if I ever found Tony Midas to tell you about it. We found him, Mr. Engel. He's dead.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. And he didn't do any of the things we thought he might have done. I'm here to find out what you might have done.
How did he die?
Tuberculosis. He's had it for 2 years. Didn't know.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know about it.
I don't know how to figure you, Engel. I haven't been able to ever since I met you. Doesn't make any difference what I think of you, but it does make a difference how you answer one question. A lot of difference to you.
What is it?
Did you help Arnold Bennett frame Tony Midas and send him up to San Quentin?
You say Tony is dead. Now, what difference?
Did you help Bennett frame him?
No, I told you I defended Tony Midas in court. I tried my best to get him off. That's the truth.
You're sure of that?
I'm an honest man, if not a successful one. I told you the truth.
All right, then, if that's the truth, you're not in any trouble and you can unlock that door. But if it's not the truth, you might get yourself killed.
Why do you say that?
Because somebody took a shot at Arnold Bennett last night. But he was lucky. It didn't kill him, but it came pretty near. You know who that somebody was?
Elizabeth?
That's a good guess. She hasn't got anything to lose now. She lost her husband. She might be out getting even for him if he was framed. And she thinks you helped frame him.
I tell you, I didn't frame him. I defended him. I think Bennett stacked everything against him. I told you that once. I think Midas was an innocent man, but there was nothing I could do.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Shh. Who are you expecting?
No one.
Ask who it is. Go ahead, ask who it is.
Who is it?
Elizabeth Bennett, Mr. Engel.
Tell her just a minute.
Just a minute, Elizabeth.
Okay, over there. Go on, get down fast.
Right,
No, you don't!
Engel, call the police. Hold it, Elizabeth, hold it up. Are you hurt?
You?
Are you hurt?
No, I'm all right. Did I kill him? Did I kill him?
Oh, Elizabeth, you didn't kill him.
Well, he ought to be dead.
You don't know what you're talking about. He didn't have anything to do with framing Tony. He just told me.
Then he was lying. He should be dead. He and my uncle.
None of this will bring Tony back to you. Come on now, come on, let's get back.
How many tramps have you met in your life, Mr. Dollar?
A few. Come on, come on.
When you met my Uncle Arnold, you met a real one. He stole money from himself and made it look like Tony did it. And that one in there helped him. Why didn't you let me kill him?
You're wrong about Engel. He didn't help your uncle. He tried to help Tony, honestly.
Well, then I'm glad I didn't kill him. How's my uncle?
He's getting better.
Will he go to prison?
We have to prove he hired somebody to fire the office building.
He hired George Foley. I know that.
Would you swear to
Yes.
it? Can you?
Yes. He blamed it on Tony. When I went over to see Tony last month in the prison hospital, he was dying. Oh, I knew it. He had that look in his eyes. Helpless. And he knew what my uncle had done to him, and he couldn't do anything about it.
But you figured you could. You shot your uncle when you found out Tony was dead. And you came here to kill Engel.
I thought he helped Uncle Arnold send Tony to prison. I thought he helped kill Tony. They did kill him, you know, when they sent him to prison. They killed him as surely as if they'd shot him down. 5 years I waited for Tony to get out of that awful place. I waited to hold him in my arms and tell him it was all over. 5 years I waited to help him forget his hate and my hate. Loving him so much every day that... Now he's dead. What can you or I or anybody do about what they've done to Tony? Look at me, Mr. Dollar. I'm not what you'd call beautiful. I'm not even pretty. Nobody ever looked at me twice until Tony. He looked at me and he loved me. And now he's dead. And I'm dead inside. I'm dead inside, and I'll be glad when I'm dead outside.
Shooting in this neighborhood?
Wait a minute, officer.
What's that?
No one's hurt. Come Elizabeth Bennett made a statement down at the Hall of Justice admitting she fired a shot at Arnold Bennett, hoping to kill him. She also admitted the assault on the lawyer, Marty Engel. Charges were immediately filed, and she was held in the women's section of the city jail. In a separate statement, she told how she had seen Arnold Bennett meet George Foley in a downtown bar. Foley still maintained that he had nothing to do with the fire in the Bennett building and denied any connection with Arnold Bennett. I gave Elizabeth Bennett's statement to Andy Cord, and he took it to the assistant district attorney. I was still in the Hall of Justice when Marty Engel came in.
Dollar?
Oh, hello, Mr. Engel.
How is Elizabeth?
They're holding her.
I'm not going to press any charges.
Well, that's pretty decent of you, Mr. Engel.
She's a pretty unhappy girl. I'd like to help her.
Her uncle will probably press charges against her.
I'd like to defend her.
What?
She needs a lawyer. I didn't do very well for her husband. Maybe I can do better for her.
I hope so.
Funny world, isn't it?
Not tonight, it isn't.
No, I guess not. Yeah. Well, I'll see you, Mr. Dollar.
Right.
Johnny?
Oh, Andy, hi.
Well, kid, you ought to pat yourself on the back. They're going to go ahead against George Foley for the arson job.
Enough for them now, huh?
That's a pretty good case against him, whether he opens up and talks or not.
A statement from him would still be better.
Always. But he's been around, Johnny. He hasn't given anybody the time of day yet.
Yeah.
Oh, about Elizabeth Bennett. I can arrange counsel for her.
She's already got a lawyer, Andy.
Okay, then we'll pay his fee.
He doesn't want any fee.
What's the matter, kid?
Boy, maybe all this has been a little too much. Hey, what time is it?
10:15.
There's a plane out at midnight. If you don't need me anymore, I think I'll be getting back to Hartford.
Sure, Johnny. Sure, I'll look after things here.
Expense account item 7, $49.65. Hotel and meals in San Francisco. Item 8, same as item 3, transportation back to Hartford. I caught the midnight plane and was in Hartford at 2 o'clock the next afternoon. I went directly to my apartment and went to bed. I was awakened the following morning about 7 o'clock. What the... Johnny Dollar.
San Francisco calling, Mr. Dollar.
Okay.
Is this Mr. Dollar?
Yes.
Mr. Andrew Cord is calling. One moment, please. Go ahead, please.
Johnny?
Hi.
Can you come back to San Francisco right away?
Can I... Well, I just got home.
We need you again. Jake Eggleston is going to defend Foley in court.
Eggleston?
He's already got him out on a writ.
What?
This case is worth $500,000 to us, Johnny. If anything happens that Foley gets off, we won't have a chance to get Bennett.
You sound scared.
I am. Somehow, Bennett's holding the best cards again.
We got a good case against Foley. Once that's settled, we can get Bennett.
I want to make sure.
Okay. I'll get the first plane.
Thanks, Johnny.
Even as I hung up the phone, I was thinking of Marty Engel's words. You'll never get Arnold Bennett. He's too good for you, Dollar. Too good for your insurance company, your fire investigators, everybody. No stronger man ever lived, he said. And somebody had to prove Engel was wrong.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, a fight against a strong man and one of the cleverest lawyers in the country. Join us in court. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.